Hey everyone, this is Blackfire. This time of season, I always hear a lot of people talking about they don't understand what double armory is, or how to use it, or how to use the chest predictor. So I wanted to do a explainer on it, just going over how to utilize it, and just a great way to invest some time into earning a lot of sigils from the chests that you have. So also just want to apologize for the crummy quality. It is what it is. And also, sorry for my voice, I'm getting over a cold. What you're doing is double armory is when breeding and assault events happen at the same time. Each of those events have their own chest sequence. So somebody puts together the predictor. It's usually Kiko Can. He's really great, and we love him for it. And then what you're going to do is you'll open that up. You're going to open 10 chests in one of the armories. Doesn't really matter which. If you're doing gold chests, it's usually advised to do it through the assault armory because you're going to get PvP resources instead of getting stuff like wood packs. But it's up to you. So what you're doing is you need to find out where in the sequences you are. You need to know your overall position in the sequence. You need to know your epic position, your legendary position, your mythic position, and you'll also need to figure out bonus position, but that's a little more difficult. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up 10 chests. In this case, I'm doing platinum chests. So I opened up 10. This was the result that I got. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to look at what I got. So I've got a legendary sigils. Then I've got 3 epic. Then I've got another legendary, 2 more epic, a legendary, an epic, and a legendary. So I'm going to scroll through the sequence here, and I'm going to find in that, wherever it is. All right. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm looking for legendary, followed by 3 epics and a legendary. Scrolling, Okay, and here we are. So at 83, yep, I've got a legendary, 3 epics. Oops, don't want to do that. So legendary, 3 epics, legendary, 2 epics, legendary, epic, and legendary. This tells me that my last pull, that legendary fire shards, is at 92. So I now know I'm going to be at position 92 in the sequence. So I'm going to write that down. Next, I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to find my epic position. So we know that I had epic embers, epic sigils, epic embers, followed by epic 12-hour timers, epic egg tokens, and epic 3-hour timers. So I'm going to find that here in the assault tab for the epic column, or epic drops. So we're going to look, and we're looking for embers right here. You got, oops, sorry, let's raise that up. So, no, I don't want to change anything. Leave it alone. So, spot here, spot 12 here, you got embers, sigils, embers, 12 hours, egg tokens, 3 hours. That's where I am right there. So now I know that those 3-hour timers were position 17, and that's where I currently am. So I'm going to write that down. We're going to do the same thing for legendary. Remember, I had legendary sigils, legendary egg tokens, legendary sigils, and legendary fire shards. So I'm going to, again, come up to here in the assault tab, and I'm going to find that. So, looking, and right here we have right here at 12, got sigils, egg tokens, sigils, fire shards. So I know that that last drop of legendary fire shards was spot 15. So I'm at position 92, epic 17, legendary 15. Now, mythic, your mythic drops, that's kind of something you're just going to have to do as you go and fill it in later, because I didn't get any mythic drops, so that doesn't really tell me where I am. Also, the bonus sequence, that's something you're going to just kind of, it's going to be some trial and error. You can see here that both the assault and the breeding have the same bonus chest sequence of mythic followed by 5 legendaries. You can ignore this. I'm not sure why they put it in there, but this is basically position 1 again. So, because the bonus chest sequence is 6 positions. So I don't know where I am in this, and the only way to actually figure it out is to just keep opening chests in one armory and figure out where I am. So because of this, you kind of have to redo this a couple times when you fill stuff in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to here to the Platinum Chest Predictor tab, and I'm going to fill that data in. So I'm going to come up here. For Platinum Chests, I'm going to put in my position of 92. For Epic, I'm going to put in my position of 17. For Legendary, I'm going to put in my position of 15. For Mythic, I'm just going to put something in for now, and I'll change that later. For bonus number, right here, this is how many you are currently away from getting a bonus. So I'm on the bonus now, so I put 30, because the next chest I open is going to be a bonus chest. Bonus sequence, I don't know where I am, so I don't want it to assume I'm going to get a Mythic drop, so I'm just going to put the position after whatever the Mythic drop is. And then I will just, when I figure that out, I'll change this, and if I have to refill all of this in, I will. Sometimes you have to do that. It's not too big of a deal. Just always you want to kind of write down where you are. All right, so what this does then is this is going to give you a sequence of where you should be opening. So it's going to tell you which armory you should be opening it in. In this case, for my bonus chest, it's telling me I should be in the breeding event, and I'm going to get legendary egg tokens from that. So you're just going to follow this, and it's going to basically just do it for you. Just be careful. I like to check off as I go. So I just put like an X or something here to indicate that that's where I am. That way, if I get distracted by something, I have to look away, whatever, I know where I am. I'm not going to suddenly get lost from it. So another thing is you're going to put over here, you're going to put in how many chests you plan to open. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you this summary of what you should be getting from opening all those chests. So I'm planning on opening about 752 of the platinum chests. I might open a few more after that, depending on like how close I am to something else. The sequence is designed to prioritize sigils above everything else. So that's what the results are basically going to show. So from this number of sigils, from this number of platinum chests, I would normally expect to get probably about 42,000 sigils, maybe 45. It really kind of depends on your luck. But from this, it's telling me I should expect to get about 91,000 sigils from it. So that's why you do double armory. You get a lot more sigils from it. You get about double or a little bit more from it. That's why this takes a really long time to do, but it's absolutely worth it. So another thing that you're going to also do is right here. It's legendary look depth. That's, I believe, basically how far ahead of wherever you are it's going to look. And what that's going to do is you'll notice is that if you change that, the expected amounts are going to change over here. So I've got it set at 10, which I think is the farthest it can look. If I go past that, it doesn't change any of the amounts. So what you're going to do, or let's say I set that at 1, and you see that all these numbers changed, and suddenly I'm getting a lot less sigils because it's not really looking ahead anymore. So basically what I do is I just play with it until it gives me the max amount of sigils that it seems to be offering. So, you change that to a 5, you're looking ahead 5, and okay, that's actually better. Or no, it's not. What was that? Oh yeah, that is actually better. That's weird. I don't really get that, but whatever, play with it. That sounds wrong, but. And then Mythic Rarity Look Depth, kind of the same thing, I guess. 50 seemed to be the highest. I'm not 100% sure with it. Again, play around with it and just see what the results it's giving you look like. All right, so you've got all that. The only things we still need to really know are the Mythic position and the bonus chest sequence. Open up my bonus chest. It told me that I should be getting legendary egg tokens if I open up in the breeding event. So that's what I did, and that's what I got. All right, so next it's telling me that I should open up in the assault event, and it's going to be an epic 12-hour timer drop. So I'm going to open up one chest, and there it is, epic 12-hour timers. So next thing it tells me to do is open up the next 2 chests in the breeding event. So I'm going to exit from here, go to breeding, and I'm going to open up 2 chests, and I should be getting epic sigils and epic ice gems. So I'm going to open up, there's the sigils, and there's the ice gems. That's basically what it is. You're just going to follow that. To figure out the bonus chest, you're just going to have to open up until you hit that, a mythic drop from it. So it's just kind of do it as you go and then fill it in later. Okay, so now we're going to head back to the assault event. And it's telling me I need to open up the next 4 chests in assault. So this next one, it's saying it should be epic wind gemstones. So make sure, yeah, this is assault. And there's the wind gems. And then it's saying that this next drop should be a mythic. I don't actually know what it's going to be because I don't know my mythic position yet. So we're going to open it up and see what it is. Okay, so it's Mythic Embers. All right, so I got Mythic Embers. That's the least helpful drop I can get because there's, what, 8 possible spots I could be in. So yeah, it predicted that it should be Elemental Embers, but I don't actually know where among those 8 spots it could be. So you would come back to the Tables tab, and I would look in the Assault, and okay, I could be at spot 1, I could be at spot 2, I could be at spot 8, I could be at spot 11, 13, 17, 19, or 27. I don't know yet. I know that it's one of those spots. I won't know until I get another mythic drop, and then I can either narrow it down further, or I'll know exactly where I am. So it's just kind of fill it in as you can. For right now, I'm not going to change anything with what I have filled out, and I'm just going to see what I get. Hopefully I'm not skipping over any mythic sigil drops. If I do, nothing you can really do about it. And that's basically it. It's not super complicated. It's time consuming. It's really worth it if you have the patience for it. And you got to be careful that you're not screwing something up, because if you do and you lose your positions, you're going to have to start all over again. You're going to have to open up another 10 chests, find those spots, plug them in, and start again. So that's why I highly recommend that as you go, you just check off the drops that you've already done. So I know, even if I get up, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, whatever, I am going to remember that I'm currently at spot 97. And I know that I'm at Epic 96, and I'm still at... Or no, sorry. I always do that, and it's really something you got to pay attention to, is I always mix up the columns here, because this is chest position, and this is rarity position. So this is telling you where in the overall sequence you are, and this is telling you where that's in that specific rarity sequence you are. So I know that I'm at Epic 21. That's where it is here. Not 96, sorry. There's not even 96 positions for the Epics. And I know that I'm at Legendary 16. I have that written down on the side just as an in case, because I've messed this up before. Writing down stuff is your friend. So that's all there is. It's going to be a long time just going through these. Hopefully I'm somewhere near the mythic for the bonus chest, and it's not going to take too long. When I do, hopefully that's not going to screw anything up, and I'll just be able to come back up here and correct the position. If it does screw something up, then I'll just figure out my positions again. I shouldn't have to open 10 or anything like that. And I'll plug those positions back in. It'll give me a fresh new sequence, and I'll just follow through that. I opened a few more chests, and then I reached my next mythic drop. This was in the Breeding Armory, and it's Bloodstones. So that tells me right there I know where I am now. So I was off by 1 with what I originally thought I was. So I come here, I look for a Bloodstone drop in the Breeding tab, and then I compare it to which one has a Elemental Ember drop right before it in the Assault tab. And lo and behold, it's right there. I was at number 2, and now I'm at number 3. So that tells me what my mythic drop is right there, and I can go back and fill that in. And now all I need to do is figure out what my bonus chest position is. All right, so I did just figure out where I was in the bonus chest sequence. Unfortunately, I was off by 1. So I will have to readjust my my inputs, and that'll just refresh the sequence for me. It's not really a big deal or anything. All I have to do is just write down the last epic, legendary, and my position, and just put those in. I don't need to open another 10 chests or anything like that. And now I know where I am. So other than that, unless I screw something up, I shouldn't have to reset anything, and I can just plow through these chests. So happy chest opening, everybody. Good luck.